So when the Catalyst Committee was presenting their opportunity for people to speak, I sent in a question. I asked them only one, and it was, how can we trust that whatever's decided will happen? The Catalyst Committee responded, actually a representative from the city did, and they said, I quote, "Your distrust in the Catalyst Committee consultation process is recognized, respected, and will be shared with the Catalyst Committee. Regards, City of Regina." No one from the Catalyst Committee, though, contacted me afterwards to defend the integrity of the committee when challenged. I can only imagine why. Perhaps because a decade after the Regina Revitalization Initiative, there are vacant lots at Capitol Point, the Plains Hotel, wow, the Yards, which won a sustainability award from the FCM despite being a vacant lot, and even the trees are gone from the site of Taylor Field, where only a fence remains to keep away roving bands of wild drivers seeking to park their cars. I'll make 3 points regarding the budget, even though there are far more areas that need big funding. First, and most importantly, I think, is housing. Council wanted to know what it would cost to end homelessness in our community, since that has to be done. Why is it still not the highest priority to get everyone a safe place to sleep and live in a harsh climate? Saskatchewan and Regina are spending thousands of dollars more per person to police, imprison, or treat in hospital all sorts of people who are just looking for a safe place to live. There are abandoned houses throughout the city owned by the province on a completely related matter. 2. Water safety. We have asbestos and lead water pipes throughout our community, and neither is safe to leave in a place for very long. This is the kind of project that can't wait. It came up in earlier delegations, and of course there's concerns with streets being disrupted while we work on infrastructure underneath them. But if the infrastructure underneath the streets aren't safe to use for their purposes, they need to be repaired. The problem doesn't go away unless the city's population moves away. We don't want that. 3. Active transportation. Regina is spending a tiny fraction of what Edmonton is budgeting for a safe and vibrant cycling network. The City of Regina's cross-town bike lanes don't go across the entirety of Regina, even when completed several years from now. You're connecting less than 1 kilometer a year to the outdated patchwork of bike lanes. What's being done isn't sufficient to meet the big moves of the sustainability framework you all passed. Over 2 years ago, here's what a member of council said, quote, "If we want people to get on their bikes, we have to have the infrastructure. I hope there will be attention paid to gaps in the city," end quote. I'd like to close by pointing out that you can do 2 of my suggestions for the budget without raising property taxes or giving me any credit when you do them. Please ask me how. Here's a teaser though. The solution is something that came up in an earlier delegation. Don't work on expanding the freeway connection between Wascana Parkway and Prince of Wales. There's ways to fix Arcola Avenue without spending millions of dollars on widening the road. That's the end of my presentation. Okay.